Thank you, Cora. And I'm delighted that both the Minister and the Minister for State, because as the Minister would know, we've had many a conversation in relation to Brexit and how that might affect the border counties. So I am delighted that she's here tonight for this particular part of the long debate that's happened this evening. Brexit is one of the biggest challenges that the State has ever faced, and numerous reports have indicated that a hard Brexit will have a profound negative implications for Ireland. Of course, coming from a border constituency of Cavan and Monaghan, this raises serious concerns for those of us living at the coalface of a possible return to customs and checkpoints. The UK is traditionally our largest trading partner, and our countries trade approximately £1.2 billion in goods and services on a weekly basis. While all countries stand to be affected by Brexit, Ireland, of course, stands to be disproportionately affected, more so than any other EU state. The possibility of a hard border between the north and south of this island would have a catastrophic effect, with the possible end of the common travel area. A hard Brexit would be disastrous, considering the amount of cross-border agri-food trade and the different stages of production taking place both sides of the border. In Cavan and Monaghan, we have one of the largest milk processing plants in the country. Lakeland Dairies processes up to 1 billion litres of farm-produced milk into a wide range of dairy food service produce and dairy food ingredients, which they export to over 70 countries across the globe. With annual revenues of over €500 million, Lakeland Dairies employs 700 dedicated people across their operations. They have plants in Bailieborough, Killashandra, Lough Agish and County Monaghan, and depend on milk sources from across the border. Lakeland Dairies is a major dairy processing cooperative and operates within a 15-county catchment area across the north of this island. What does the future hold for an agri-food business such as Lakeland Dairies, which is so vital to our economy? Sadly, the first wave of Brexit job losses have already begun, with producers of the horticultural sector ceasing production, with laying off workers and a direct consequence of the fall in sterling. Across the economy, Irish businesses need predictability and sustainability. Ireland must seek immediate assurances from the European colleagues that CAP payments are secured for the current window up to 2020 and beyond. Securing increases to current EU state aid rules thresholds to protect agri-food enterprises and exporters hit by a hard Brexit as a transitional aid measure is a vital policy action to achieve. We believe that the Brexit vote demands an immediate review of the Food-Wise 2025 strategy. As it stands, the targets of the strategy were forecasted on the assumption that the UK remains within the European Union. A UK exit from the EU is a clear and present danger to Irish agri-food sector, representing one of the biggest risks to farmers, exporters and jobs since the foundation of the state. The agri-food sector supports 270,000 jobs in rural communities, and it is the most exposed, given that 37% of all Irish food exports are exported to the UK and accounting for €4.1 billion in value in 2016. Overall, the Irish farming and food sector has a higher dependence on the UK market when compared with other sectors in Ireland, and is therefore the most exposed sector of any negative economic impact of the UK Brexit decision. In Cavan and Monaghan, the mushroom industry has also been thrown into turmoil and virtually wiped out since the UK result, with some €7 million worth of mushroom exports lost and 130 jobs lost. Minister, we need increased diplomatic engagement with the EU member states, in particular eastern states, to ensure there is a full understanding of the distinct position of the island of Ireland in Brexit. We need increased resources for our state agencies, including the IDA, Bord Bia and Enterprise Ireland. We need an exporters fund to assist companies diversify into new markets and maintain the UK market share. We need export credit to be made available to offer finance to companies for international export operations and activities. We need online trading supports to assist companies growing their online business and e-commerce sales. The online trading voucher should be expanded to a greater number of Irish retail SMEs to support them to develop and expand their online business. We need regulations to allow the credit unions loan to more businesses across the south. Just to finish, as you are aware, Minister, the IDA track record in the border region is abysmal, to say the least. Excuse me. And they need to step up to the mark and provide the supports for the regions and targeted measures to ensure that Brexit does not contribute to a greater regional imbalance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy.